other story. Are you there, Mitch?
I'm getting you clearly, one-on-one.
Okay. I want to talk about Ndu subdivision in Donga Mountain Division of the Northwest region. We hear that Fulani gunmen have, killed 2 persons, and because of this, it has caused an unrest. This is a region that has been plagued for over 6 years now. With the Anglophone crisis. Now we are not hearing of terrorist attacks. We are now, recently we've been hearing of Fulani raiders killing people here and there. I don't know, what could really be the problem in this area? What could be, what can the government do in order, to make things change for this part of the country?
I have seen SDOs saying that the population should use witchcraft to fight ambers. I've warned them that if they arm the population, one day they're going to use it against other people. So the government have armed the Fulanis from what I gather, and the Fulanis are attacking people. And the DO or the SDO, who is supposed to be somebody who respects the law, said that the population are not collaborating with them in order to fight amber. My problem is, these people are the people in government. When you ask civilians, the population, to fight amber, it is a war crime. People pay their taxes so that the government should protect them, bring national security, maintain law and order. You cannot be eating, then you're telling civilians to go and do security or to collaborate with you. It's a war crime. I don't know, some of these people, they went to Enam. I don't know if they read the law. Sometimes they say things that are against the law, like the other time when the GO said that the population should use witchcraft to fight amber. According to the Penal Code of Cameroon, witchcraft is a criminal offense. So a law enforcement officer or a senior person in the government is saying that they should commit crime. So sometimes when they say things, I don't understand. But when you see what is happening in you, it's really sad. The people who are supposed to protect the people, how come that in 2022, we don't have a telephone number that you can call emergency, then they will send somebody to protect the people, police, they will come. I heard somebody, one of the victims, is it Mr. Tanfu, took a machete, was going there to fight the people. Normally, there should have been a number to call the police officer that some people are there committing crime. And unfortunately, this man went there and lost his life. So it is not rocket science. It is not a miracle for us to say we can have, in Western country, you have a number, telephone number. If there's something, you call the police, and they will go there to deal with the matter. But it's rather unfortunate that these people who are eating taxpayers' money are telling the population to collaborate with them. No, the reason that the people are paying you taxes is because they want you to what? Maintain law and order, bring national security, protect their economy. But you take the money and ask them to do your job. Do these people, do they read their job description? I don't know.
Metro, we will remain in the same light. Yesterday, one of our newspapers, the Guardian Post newspapers, talked about government in fresh move to block supply of arms to amber fighters. And now the question I asked myself was, after reading through, I gathered information that the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, is planning to open an investigation to know who supplies arms to these terrorist fighters, as we call them. My question now is, are investigations being opened because the government has discovered that the arms that these people use are very sophisticated? So if they didn't discover that the arms were, kind of sophisticated, there would never be, an investigation open to know where arms are coming from. Or were they supposed to wait for over 6 years, to open an investigation because they have discovered that arms that these terrorists are using are sophisticated? I don't know what you think about that, Mitch Ndive.
The problem is, I know the people who are supplying the arms, and if Mr. Tarrant, you're listening to me, one of them was late Mbanda. I have a video, he said that he's supplying arms to Amber. And Mbanda was working with the government, Vice President of the National Assembly. Mr. Atanganji, you know the people who are supplying the arms. Another person who have been encouraging the population to attack our people is John Fundi. John Fundi said that if he was under 50 years old, he would have been in the bushes fighting with God. So the government knows the people who are playing two-side collars. We should stop pretending. And I don't know about Atanganji, but I know about Bafuchu Mafia. I know some meeting that people meet and they support this thing and at the same time they're in the government. If they want to stop this thing, we know the people. I'm calling Leighton Baranda's name. There's a video. If somebody challenge me, I can play the video. He was the one talking there with the lady Irene Wa, saying that he supplies and contribute for Amber to fight the government while he was in the government. So we should not be pretending among ourselves. We know the people who are doing this. And we should be careful when we use that word terrorist. Because terrorist is somebody who is using unlawful violence against civilians in order to achieve political aim. If you are fighting the government military, you are not a terrorist. War, in quotes, is legal. If you believe that you're being maltreated, if you believe that you're being discriminated upon, you can fight government military. That's not terrorism. Terrorism is when you attack civilians to achieve political aim. That's terrorism. If government forces are fighting with this paramilitary, it's not terrorism. That's not terrorism. So we should be very careful. People can fight war. War is going on in Ukraine. War is going on other part. If you believe that somebody is destroying you or trying to make you not to progress, you are entitled to the right of self-defense. Even in Cameroon laws, in international laws, you can defend yourself. Some people believe they are being pushed to the back, so they can defend themselves, but they don't have to fight civilians. They don't have to do lockdowns. They don't have to kidnap for ransom. They don't have to kill our population. If you believe you can fight Mr. Bia, I always say it, go to A to B. Stop killing our population. Stop killing our civilians. Civilians are not part of the war. People should go and read the Geneva Convention on War. If you want to be a so-called general, self-taught general, read the rules of war before you start fighting. Don't go and be killing civilians. Lockdown, I wouldn't support that. If I had the power to use arms, I would have been going to Yaoundé attacking civilians. So if you're not able to achieve what you want to do, look for other means like us. We believe we can challenge the government by standing for election, local election, parliamentary election, and protest and challenge their policy. We scrutinize them, we hold them into account, we challenge their lies about gypsy port, ring road, and other things. That is how we fight the government, without using arms, without punishing our people, and change comes gradually. Change comes slowly. It's going to happen one day.
Metro, just to add that the reason why these people were called terrorists is because this was in relation to the attack that happened last week in Manfi, where the Manfi District Hospital was burnt to ashes. It is from this that the Minister of Territorial Administration decided that he was going to open an investigation in order to know where these terrorists, get their arms from.
Yes, I told you what a terrorist. If you are attacking civilians, I started using that word terrorist. When people were attacking people, I said they were terrorists. I am the first person, and people were challenging me. I said, if you attack civilians for political goal, you are a terrorist. If you challenge the hospital that was burned, I don't know the people who burned the hospital, but assuming people attack that hospital because of political aim, then they will be termed terrorists. But what I'm saying, there are a lot of people who are disgruntled. Their back is on the wall. Macron has been the president, de facto president of Cameroon. They said, no, we don't want Macron in our country. If they want to challenge the government, the military versus the paramilitary, that's not terrorism. Terrorism is only when you start attacking civilians, when you start making lockdown, when you start kidnapping for ransom civilians. That's terrorism. With the aim of that, you have a political goal. And let's not forget, some of these people who call themselves ambas, they are criminals. They have nothing to do with ambas. They are opportunists. They are hijackers. They are making their money. Let's be frank. That's why I always distinguish these things. Before I say something, I watch my word. It is very important. And sometimes, I'll give you an example. What happened in Du? The Dio, what did he do? The Amu, the Fulanis. And the Fulanis are doing what now? Attacking civilians. I don't know. I wouldn't tell me that it's terrorism because maybe it's not for political aim, except it's for political aim. But however, if can say some government officials are indirectly sponsoring terrorism because the GO made it clear that the population are not collaborating for them to fight Ambas. And Ambas is political goal. So if you give the Fulani arms to fight people, then what happens? That's a political aim. So there's also state-sponsored terrorism.
Thank you so much, Mitch.
D'accord.